Hey Clashers, builder-based update, and we are going to compare old versus new. What are those changes looking like? What are the differences? We're going to talk about them. And if you like those videos, make sure to use a content creator code supporting me. You can do that with code iTzu. Really appreciate that. When buying anything from in-game like offers, skins, gold pass, whatever, make sure to use the creator code in there. Thank you so much for that. But now let's dive into all of those changes. Let's start things off with what is the current situation. The current situation, you can see that already, is crazy. Builder base is kinda, so far, going into the direction of the home village. If you would pick barbarians for all of those 6 army camps, we would have overall 120 troop capacity. That is insane. This is already going into the direction of home village. Even though in the beginning builder base was meant as maybe like a little puzzle game where you have those little villages and you have those really cool troops which can slowly but surely take down the village, but you don't have too many of them, because overall something which Supercell always goes for is every village has their own identity kinda. And this is the important thing, to keep that identity. And this is why Supercell is going to rework with the update builder base, and they're going to change a lot, because right now we have those death ball of defenses and you have to spam everything in kinda. At least that's the feeling of a lot of players, and that's not really fun. That's not really how the game should be played, I guess, or like how this game mode, this village, was envisioned in the first place. So I feel like we should kind of take a look at what the new concept is looking like to fix this issue. Because remember, this is kind of, I don't know, like it's not really home village, but it's not really, it is somewhere in between kind of what the current stance is with, yes, at the beginning with Builder Hall 5 and so on, it was always fun. But now we're up to this. If we take a look this time around into those army camps, we can see a huge difference. In every single army camp so far, it's only 1 troop, except the barbarians in this specific example. So even with those 6 army camps overall, we would pick again barbarians, we would not have 120 troops, we would have only 24. This is a huge difference, okay? This is a huge difference in how many troops you have to play. So how did they do that? Why were they able to reduce the amount of troops so much without like destroying the entire game? And remember, all of this is like early game, early development footage. So what they did is they made those troops stronger. So for example, what we can see right now, those cannon cards, instead of having 3 of them in one army camp, you now have 1. But they have a cool new special ability where you can seemingly put them into a mortar mode to really take down defenses from a long range, which is quite cool. I really like the idea. And again, this is kind of getting me back into the main idea of this village in the first place. This puzzle feeling, where you have like to take down every single part of the base with really few troops and kind of counter that specific part of the base, which overall the strategy game is all about, and the home village to some degree as well. But the home village, I don't know if that's just me, but it's just getting so chaotic with so many different troops and so many different things to do at the same time. So I feel like this is just a way simpler version with those different abilities, and the troops feel just way stronger overall. That's at least, it seems like, the direction Supercell would like to go to. The next thing is why they were able to make this troop change is because they have to change the way on how you attack. If you're a builder hall level 6 or higher, you are going to have 2 stages to attack and defend. How does this work? Well, whenever you have completed the first stage, you're going to get into the second stage where you have to, again, 3-star the village to overall perform a 6-star attack. That's right, from this point on, you can actually complete villages with 6 stars, which I think sounds kind of cool, but it will probably take me some time to get used to that, because I will say that a lot of times wrong, I think. Either way. Next thing is, again, we can see as well that it seems like that you get reinforcement troops, because you don't see those 6 army camps anymore. Instead, there are now 8. So if you have completed the first stage, you are getting those bonus army camps to have a chance in completing the second stage as well. But at the same time, they did not want to give all of them in the first place, because it seems like otherwise spam would be then just, again, too OP. So I really like the idea, I really like the option right there. Again, I have seen a lot of people already saying that some YouTubers are way too excited for this, which I can understand. I mean, for us, it's like our bread and butter and we are supposed to get excited and everything. But for myself, I can really say that, I mean, I played Builder Base a ton in the first place. Like, in the beginning, where Builder Base felt like this small little puzzle game where you have to, like, go into every single part of the base. Okay, this part of the base, there is no ground coverage, so you can use a baby dragon. Then the right side, there's maybe more air coverage. Go with the whatever. You can, like, mix things up really nicely. And I enjoyed that a ton in the first couple of Builder Hall level. But then with, like, Builder 8 and 9, I played less and less because it felt like, I don't know, like a worse version to some degree of the home village. So that's why I am personally super excited for the rework, because as I said, I love this village already since the first minute kinda, and I'm super excited. I'm going to have a lot of content on this channel, so if you're looking into builder-based content overall, make sure to use make sure to follow this channel to always stay up to date. But let's get back to the old versus new, because there's another thing we want to compare, and that is, how do you actually get loot? Because in the current builder base, it kinda sucks, not gonna lie. We have overall 3 options, or like 3 attacks, 3 wins, where we can generate loot every single day. Which does not feel great. I mean, this feels super frustrating, everything. So they have changed that. In the new reworked builder base, we are going to have loot based on the offensive stars you're going to get. But this loot is only gold in the first place, okay? So if you're attacking for, let's say 4 stars, which is possible now, if you're attacking with 4 stars, you're going to generate gold from that. With that being said, as you're higher and higher in trophies, for example, you can generate more gold with every single star. But where is the elixir coming from? Well, good question, and that is generated from the defended stars. So every single star which you defend, let's say you're getting 4 stars in defense, this means you can generate loot for 2 of the missing stars on elixir then, which I think is a really cool system. Really like the new idea there, but let's just move on, okay? Let's just move on into the next category, and that is Builder Hall 9, which is the old highest Builder Hall level. We had the signature defense of the lava launcher, which in my opinion, I don't know, I didn't like it. I feel like those really cool signature defenses, in my opinion, they should be more like air and ground. In Home Village, for example, we have Inferno Towers, where you have different options. You have X-Bows, where you have different options. You have the Scatter Shot, which again can attack both. We have the Eagle, which can attack both. Like, I don't like a defense which can only attack one type, and we have no option to change that. So, not a huge fan of the lava launcher overall from the design. But the Hog Gliders, that was the new troop back then on Builder Hall 9, and I freaking love it. But how does Builder Hall 10, that's right, Builder Hall 10 looks like, because that is going to be the new highest Builder Hall level after the rework update? Well, it seems like the new defense is this pink little X-Bow. I mean, it is a placeholder. I think that's fair to say. And the bad thing for us is it's not doing anything in this attack, which gives us a couple of options. Either they deactivated it to not share any secrets what it does, or it's only attacking air, which then again, I don't like that much, because as I said earlier, I don't like defenses which can only attack, or let's rephrase that, I don't like signature key defenses which can only attack air or ground, okay? So, yeah, not really sure about that. With that being said, we do not really have any hints regarding the possible new troop, at least if Supercell is sticking to the roadmap they had so far with the Builder Hall level. Every single Builder Hall level had at least 1 new troop, so we do not have anything for that, unfortunately. And in addition to that, Judo actually released a video where Darian told that there's going to be either a new hero, that is option 1, or there is a new battle machine. One of those 2 options is right. Well, let's see what that's going to be. And that's pretty much it. We have talked about all of those different changes. We have talked about the troop rework with going from a lot of troops to really few troops, but making them quite powerful. We have talked about the attacking with Builder Hall 6 and above, attacking 2 stages, which kind of is revamping the dynamic of attacking. We have talked about the ecosystem changes with like how you generate loot. and we have talked about the bidder hall versus bidder hall 10 ideas and content. Well, I hope you are as excited as I am for the bidder-based rework. I'm really looking forward to that. Cannot wait for it. And well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And as I said earlier, make sure to follow this channel if you are interested into bidder-based content. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.